This video is about configuring AAA in Commando Marshall C3500 series routing switch. The authentication, authorization, accounting AAA features allows you to verify the identity of, grant access to, and track the actions of the user managing switches. Commando switches support remote dial-in, user service radius, or terminal access control device plus takers plus protocols. When using AAA server for authentication, the switch or a router simply sends a message to a AAA server asking whether the username and passwords are allowed, and the AAA server replies. It uses a standardized method to challenge user for their credentials before access is allowed or authorized. Accounting protocol can record the user activity on enterprise systems. It is commonly used to control and monitor access of the network devices. Password vulnerabilities can be tackled for the user access a system with the username and password combination that you provide. Commando switches perform local authentication or authorization using the local database, or remote authentication or authorization using one or more AAA server. A pre-shared secret key provides a security for communication between switch and a AAA server. You can configure a common secret key for all AAA servers or for only a specific AAA server. Authentication, authorization, and accounting. Authentication confirms the identity of the user or a device or end systems. Authorization determine what the user or the device or the end user allowed to do. Accounting record the information about the access attempts, including inappropriate requests and all other details. AAA server holds security information and provides switch related user login, authentication, authorization. Once authenticated, it allows the user and start accounting. Let's start. I have connected a radius server on ETH0 on interface is 10.10.10.10/24 and has a radius authentication function. And the IP address of the interface ETH-0-9 with IP address 192.168.1.2/24 wants to connect. So for that, we will have the configure terminal. And then AAA new model to start with the AAA. Then AAA authentication, login. We can have the two options like login with radius or take us. So I want a radius login, so I am giving the name radius login, and we can choose this method like enable line local radius or take us plus. So I want to use radius local. Then I can define a radius server host. Let us say I am having 192.168.1.1 as a radius server host, and authorization port server radius server host 192.168.1.1 authorization port, let us say 1819, whatever port we like, and key commando. So this key will be used for authorization of that server. We can use any of the interface interface ETH-0-9 and can provide a IP address 192.168.1.2/24. Then majorly we have to authenticate the user for getting access of this device. For that, let us say line VTY 07 login authentication radius login. So I have created this radius login, radius minus login. So this login and privilege level. In Commando switches, privilege level start from 1 to 4. Maximum level is 4. Super user level. No line password. So this I have configured AAA using radius server, having IP address this, and now we can see the show AAA method list authentication. So you can see that now the authentication method has changed, and we can see show AAA status to see the status of the AAA. This AAA authentication provide the following service like authentication, authorization, accounting, and it is very simple, straightforward way to configure these things. We can also configure a TechAs Plus. So instead of radius, we will have a TechAs Plus, and same TechAs Plus host, and that will provide the authorization and all. We can also have other lines like console lines or other lines like configure T to have these lines configured, console VTY, to have this AAA configured to check the authentication process. Login security, we can check this login security. If we are login any wrong attempt, then this will be shown. So basically login authentication is used when user try to log in into switch, such as CLI login or WebGUI login or telnetting login. So enable authentication is used only on CLI for user trying to access the switch from the user execution mode to privilege execution mode. Both of them support the authentication methods like radius and TechAs. TechAs Plus provides more control over authorization of command, while radius, no external authorization of the command is supported. All the AAA packets are encrypted in TechAs Plus, while only the passwords are encrypted in radius is more secure. So this way you can configure a AAA in very simple and easy way in Commando Marshall C3500 series switches. Thank you for watching the video. Thank you.